The following content is for adult audiences. The best of the Morning X.
99X.
A man in Plains, New Mexico, who was the recipient of an unusual sexual injury and had to be rushed, or was the recipient of an unusual sexual injury and had to be rushed to a nearby emergency room. Paulo Mayo was in the throes of passion with his girlfriend when he smelled something burning. And then he remembered the lasagna that he had in the oven, and he ran naked into his kitchen to save it. But in his haste, he stood too close to the oven door as he opened it and received second-degree burns as the scalding hot metal brushed against his penoid.
Oh, no.
Now,
whoops.
Have you ever, now let's be honest, have you ever injured yourself somehow having sex?
No.
No.
Or sex-related activity?
No.
And what would that be,
Well,
Jimmy?
Running in the kitchen naked.
I will tell you.
No, I don't have any injuries to that.
I've pulled muscles. Because
I'm not even gonna ask him.
Don't.
We don't want to know.
I'm just saying, I will bet you could. There are people out there who have injured themselves having sex.
And you want to know about it.
I want to know about that.
Who calls on my telephone?
Tony?
Yes.
Be very careful.
We were practicing some tricks on the hammock one night while we were camping, and we decided to tie a rope up above it that she could sort of pull herself on. So we got to pulling, and the hammock was swinging, and...
Are you doing that right now? You sound like you're doing that right
He's
now.
out of breath.
And then we were pulling...
Something got bent very bad.
So wait, you put the rope up and did what now?
Up into a tree
Uh-huh.
that the hammock was tied onto.
Okay.
And that way she could get some leverage to pull herself away from me.
And then what happened?
Well, we got to going, and something happened, and it sort of slipped out and got bent real bad.
Got bent?
It got bent?
Yeah.
It got bent?
Yeah, it bent back double.
Was that your toy or your toy?
It was the toy.
It got bent. And what is the cure for that?
The doctor gave me steroids.
No way. I've never heard of that.
Way, dude.
The doctor gave you Okay.
I'll tell you
Got
what, that...
bent?
And so, I mean, I have other questions, but I don't know how far
Let's
to go
take
into
him
this.
off the... You're gonna stray down a path here in a minute. That's gonna
Are we
be
getting
trouble.
into a dark area here?
We've already paid enough fines for the week. Let's put him on hold.
Oh, this is good.
Hold on.
Hang on.
a
Steroid
minute.
boy.
We have a lot of psychos
Bent.
out there. Who's this?
Hey, this is Red.
Red, not Red the cabbie, but Red.
No, this is a pseudonym.
Okay.
Well, Big Jim got slammed in a door one day.
Big Jim.
It sounds funny, but it wasn't at the time.
Well, how did it get slammed in a drawer having sex?
Well, no, actually, I wasn't having sex. I was standing there shaving after getting out of the shower. And, well, at the time, I lived in a trailer, and, of course, this can only happen to people who live in trailers.
Naturally.
And there was a kitty cat underneath the door trying to bat at my foot, and I, well, inadvertently slammed my knees into the drawer, and, it doesn't work that way.
And so what happened?
Well, there isn't an identifying mark on him.
Oh, man. Thanks for sharing that.
Well, there was no sex for 3 weeks.
Hey, say hi to Big Jim for us.
And the twins.
I guess... Oh, no, this is going pretty bad. Thanks for calling.
You guys take care.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God.
What's your story?
Oh, basically what happened was we had just finished, and while laying back over and still, let's say...
At attention.
At attention, yes.
Very good, Barnes.
My brand new kitten decided to see what that was all about.
Oh, no.
And it's amazing how sharp little kitten claws are.
Oh, my.
And when in that position, how fast and how much it will bleed.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Wow.
The cat just, clung on like it was one of those scratching posts.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention when it did that.
Oh,
but I did. It was me to me afterwards.
A scratching post.
Baby cat thinks it's the post.
Hey, you know what? That's a compliment to you, Fred.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that with us.
Thomas,
Yes.
shoot.
Okay. Apparently, next door neighbor of mine at college, he and his girlfriend kept hearing someone yell for help. And it was a female's voice. And this went on, all day long, but it wasn't too convincing, so they didn't really think anything of it. Then later on, towards the end of the day, they got worried, and they went next door, knocked on all the windows and doors, and couldn't get into the apartment, but they kept hearing the girl yell for help. Well, he finally, kicked open the bedroom door, and there was a girl tied to the bed, and she was tied on all fours, and of course...
You got to speak up louder there,
I'm sorry. Well, she was tied to the bed on all fours, and her boyfriend apparently was lying on the floor next to her with a towel tied around his head, or around his neck like an apron. I mean, like a cape or whatever, and he had a Batman symbol painted on his chest with a magic marker. And from what had happened, he had gotten on top of the dresser, and he was going to jump down on top of her, and apparently he, in the process of it, hit his head in the ceiling fan and was knocked unconscious. And of course, there was nothing the girl could do but lie there and yell for help.
Wait a minute. She's on all fours.
No, she's tied to the bed.
She's tied to the bed. I'm tied to the bedpost.
Right.
He stands up
on top of a dresser.
On top of the dresser, gets it knocked in the head by the ceiling fan.
Right.
Why is he standing on top of the dresser again?
He's got the Batman thing on his chest, and he's going to jump on the bed. And he hits that.
Hits his head in a ceiling fan and gets knocked unconscious.
Oh, man. That's it. Einstein Award of the day.
What the? I mean...
Do I get some tickets for that one?
Yeah, you get something for that.
That's pretty funny.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Where's Robin when you need him?
Holy hole in a donut!
Use your inside voice.
Screaming's not okay.
The Morning X!
99X.